Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be beating Cuphead, but every boss is that boss and the devil at the same time. It was really hard and chaotic, but I did eventually beat it. So first let me establish some rules. Rule number one is pretty obvious. Every ground boss has to be that boss and the devil. Rule number two is that you can use 9 HP, just not infinite HP. Rule number three is that, for plain bosses, it's just the same plain boss and not devil, due to I'm not doing plain bosses and the devil at the same time, due to plain bosses are already hard enough. So it started off by doing a running gun to get to the mausoleum so I could go to the DLC to get Chalice, Converge, Heart Rain, and Crack Shot. Those items will be pretty important for upcoming bosses. So, yeah. And then I fought the root pack. So for this boss, it was somehow hard enough that I actually died multiple times to it. Basically, I'll explain the devil's attacks in a couple seconds. So, first we'll explain the easiest and most frequent one, the go attack. He turns into a goat or something, and then has his arms go out from the background, and then on the very bottom of the ground, so you have to jump over it. Then, you have the flame wheel, the hardest attack, where he'll spawn 5 flames, and they will spin clockwise, with the one in the middle being parryable. Then he has the crystal balls, where there's one parryable crystal ball, and then the rest will just bounce. All of them will bounce around the base until it stops. Then we have I don't know what you call the things. Basically, there's just like 6 tiny guys, one being parryable, and then they just come toward you. Yeah. And then the other attacks are his least frequent one, serpent attack, where he turns into a serpent and then goes he either covers up a whole right of the screen or a whole left of the screen. Sometimes it's impossible to dodge. And then final attack is the spider head, where he turns into a spider and drops down on you 3 to 5 times. And then eventually I got the win. Oh yeah, also he is a ticking time bomb. Cause once the fire is there, you can't do anything. You'll just get hit. You can't go in the hole. There's no second phase of the devil. Oh yeah, also that happened. So if you couldn't hear what I was saying, I was basically saying that if we get the devil into phase 2, we're dead. There's nothing to do. And after some careful decision making, and by that I mean trying every single other boss, I decided on trying to take out Cagney Carnation. If you're stupid like me and thought that this would be somehow easier than the root pack, you are so wrong. This took me forever, and eventually I did beat it. The reason why these two people paired so well together was because the devil causes a bunch of chaos, and then Cagney Carnation also causes a bunch of chaos. But that also makes them really hard, because Cagney Carnation, it's not as bad as Expert Cagney Carnation, but it still sucks, because for the first phase, the only attack Cagney Carnation can do is either cover the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen. Then, the only attack he can do it is this attack where he sends in a bunch of random minions. Some can fly, some stay on the bottom, and one goes on the top and just carryable things. The reason why that attack is so dumb is because while all that's happening, the little seeds that they come in drop down from the sky, and then meanwhile, the devil is doing God knows what attack. Like, they could just start falling, and then he brings out the flame wheel attack, and then you have, like, no area to work with, because the seeds that fall can damage you. But eventually, I did win. It took so long. Well, not really that long, but you know what. People who don't know cuphead is not a game.
Yes! Easy dubs! Every one of you here sucks! Okay, guys, I have an idea.
So after that, I beat all the bosses in Inkwell Isle 1 on simple mode, and then Jimmy the Great to get one thing and one thing only. Super Art 2. It sucks horribly for Cuphead, but God is it good for Chalice. And then, after that, I went to fight Goopy, which, I had some experience with because before Cagney, I thought I was gonna beat him for a second. So, yeah. Then I fought Goopy. The main reason why I got Super Art 2 is because it gives me a shield that takes a hit from me. And also, when I use the shield, I can use, like, free EX. The reason why I need this for Goopy is because Goopy can take up a lot of space. And I need area to dodge all of the devil's attack, like Flame Wheel or Spider. Like, his second phase, I lose most of my HP to because he takes up so much area. And then if he uses his punch attack and the devil's using like Spider or Flame Wheel, you're cooked. There's nothing else I can say. So I just tried to kill Goopy's second phase as fast as I could, and then I got the dub eventually.
Yes! Yes! Finally! Finally! Let's go! Oh my god, that was the worst fight of my life. But you know, it was rewarding.
So real quick, I just want to say I won't be covering plain bosses, so no Hildeberg. I mean, I will say if like they were really hard or not, but it's literally just the same boss, but two of them. It's pretty easy. All you gotta do is just spam EXs. That does a ton of damage. Due to sometimes it'll get stuck in between the two bosses when they're doing different animations. But besides that, next boss is gonna be Ribby and Croak. Before Ribby and Croak, the real issue about this boss is that if he does the serpent attack on the first phase, we have to pray it doesn't start at the left because that means instant damage. And in the second phase, there's not that much space. Like, this whole fight, there's not much space to dodge, which just made me take a ton of hits. So, yeah. And also, their attacks don't match up. They're not wet. They don't work together. Okay, Flame Wheel and I don't know, like Final Phase gold, the gold ships. Those don't work together. So I just had to pray to RNGesus that I have good luck. But eventually I did end up beating him. Well, I think you guys would know I ended up beating him, but like in this video has to come out.
Yes! Yes! Finally! I killed that stupid frog's naked butt! He sucks so much! Sorry, I just need to let out.
So real quick, I'd like to establish a new rule before we move on to Inkwell 2. So, I decided that, now you can beat a boss with infinite HP, but you have to eventually beat it later on. So what I did was I attempted Beppy, realized I'm cooked, attempted Baroness von Bonbon, realized I'm cooked. So, I decided put on infinite HP, beat Baroness, then do a run and gun, and talk to this clown who's juggling and this little cookie girl to get 10 coins. Then I bought, Roundabout and Lobber. And then I fought Baroness not Baroness, Beppy for real. Now you might be saying, why did you spend a running gun and 2 NPC tokens just to get 2 guns? And that's because 1, they're good, and 2, so the best damage I've been doing with Spread, obviously, but my other guns were Pea Shooter, Crack Shot, and Convert. Those don't do so good damage, which means phases would take unnecessarily long if I can get up close to them with Spread. So now that I have some good range weapons, I could finally beat Beppy and other bosses easily. And also I would need Lobber for good matchstick because he is really hard.
Easy dubs. Easy dubs! Bro, as soon as he reached final phase, I knew it was over. He used the flame wheel while his face transitioned. That was lucky because that meant like he wouldn't do it while I was in the phase, or at least it would take him a little later in the phase for him to do it.
So after that, I think you already know that I went back to Baroness von Bonbon. Yeah. So Baroness von Bon was basically just Cagney Carnation 2.0. Because it's not Baroness that does anything, it's her stupid little minion. Mr. Cupcake bounces around and has the jelly goo go everywhere, which doesn't go great with any other devil attacks, but hey, at least he doesn't have that bad of HP. The gumball machine goes horribly with all the devil's attacks. But also, he's easily killed with Spread, so you just have to pray that he doesn't do any attacks before you kill the gumball. Candy Corn sucks horribly. I hate him. He brings me pain. And also doesn't pair with Devil's attacks. Let me think. Oh yeah, the waffle doesn't pair with any of the devil's attacks, so yeah. Then, oh yeah, the jawbreaker also doesn't do well with other of the devil's attacks. Which means we're in for a pretty bad fight. Because, when I say they don't pair with the devil's attack, I mean that, like, um, you're going to get hit a lot in the first 3 phases. So yeah, but eventually I did end up beating it after excruciating minutes. I wouldn't say hours.
Yes! 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 Oh my god, I got so scared that I wasn't gonna. I got so. I really thought I was gonna hit. Let's go. Oh my god, today we're on a roll, chat. You know what? I'm pretty sure Jimmy the Gray won't even be that hard. Guys, that never happened yet. I don't even have. I haven't beat like.
So after I beat up the genie and the stupid bird, I had to beat Grim Matchstick, which was excruciating. I hated it. I hated it. It was horrible. So horrible. I almost gave up. Also, when I fought Jimmy, I was on a call with my friend. Yeah, social boost. Um, so yeah, I fought Grim Matchstick. The thing is, I have gameplay of it, only except, I beat him off camera when I figured out how to to do the mod on the Steam Deck. Yeah, because I just wanted to have like a few attempts, but then I beat him. So here's a quick thing to here's a thing to give you some proof. Yeah. Okay, guys, I just beat the devil. I just beat Good Matchstick. On with the devil. You guys might not believe me, but you might think that, like, I used infinite HP or, like, just didn't fight the devil at all. But I can give you guys proof. I load back in, it's finished. Then I go to mod options, see? Which means I physically could not have faken it. There's no cuts, okay? Guys, so if you still don't believe me, I don't worry, I recorded me beating him again. So roll the clip, guys. Roll the clip. Wait, why isn't it? Yes! See? On camera. I did it. I did it. I knew it was the run when I had 9 HP going into final phase. Yeah. Remember, guys, subscribe for DLC, where instead of every boss with devil, it's salt bacon, which is arguably worse on it. Stop smiling like that. Okay, I don't like it. Mmm. That's an idea. Yeah, that's an idea. I know what a frick. Okay, so after that, I tried doing Rimmer Honeybottoms, then Captain Browniebeard, and they were really hard. Hard enough, I tried them with any other boss, and I just could not beat them. And then I started getting the feeling that this might be impossible, but that didn't stop me yet. So for Briny Beard, I found a little glitch. Since it's the devil and Briny Beard, I found out that you can stand on the devil's floor when you're on ocean. So that meant instead of getting damaged if you got off the bridge, you could just stand. And since Briny doesn't have a damage hitbox, I can double jump up, use the spready and deal massive damage. So I was able to cheese my way through Briny. Yeah. Yes! That one wasn't really hard. Okay, after that, I decided to fight Sally, realized it was incredibly hard, found a way to get to Warner Worman, realized it was incredibly hard, and also when you, on second phase, and, well, on second phase and third phase, it gets really hard, because third phase, the cat's invisible. Second phase, the platforms are invisible. So I have that going for Werner. But yeah, I picked Sally's stage play, and it was a really hard fight, but I ended up beating it. So the real struggle with me and Sally's stage play is that there are a ton of spots that if a devil does like a certain attack, you just take a hit. There are so many times where I take a hit just because Sally's doing an attack, and then the devil doesn't attack. Like in third phase, when she does the lightning, when it does the lightning, then the devil puts out like the serpent or the flame wheel attack. What do you do? Good question. You can't dodge, you can't run, you can't hide. You get hit. So, yeah, but eventually I did beat it. That's where I got on the break of giving up. Yes! Finally! I hate you, Sally stage play! You stupid, pathetic whelp of a actor! Sorry. So after that, I tried doing Phantom Express or Dr. Cal's Robot. Those were that didn't go well. So I decided on Warner Worman. Yeah. Okay, so the main problem for Warner Worman is that in Phase 2 and Phase 3, some stuff goes invisible. How we deal with it? Memorization. I've played this game enough to memorize everything. Every pixel, every line, every dot, every tiny different shade of color. I know it all. So yeah, that's how I beat it. Well, sort of. Oh shoot. My battery. Yes! I beat the stupid little cat. Where'd my... Dang it. I gotta grab the charger. So after I got the charger for my Steam Deck, I figured out that, the next boss I have to complete is Rumor Honey Bottoms. There's no doubt about it. It's just easier. But I mean, I've tried every boss at this point, and Rumor Honey Bottoms I've done the least of. Yeah. And then I fought Rumor Honey Bottoms! So the reason why I fought Rumor Honey Bottoms first, I mean, not first, was because, yeah, I don't know. Captain Briny Beard was easier, and then I just forgot about Rumor Honey Bottoms. But now I'm fighting Rumor Honey Bottoms. God, that maybe so long. So basically, the reason why the fight was hard enough for me to pick Briny was because, there's just a lot happening, and also because of all the platforms, it's hard to parry the devil stuff and like rumors stuff. But eventually, I got the dub. Yay! Yes! Man, first attempt. And that's like, I'd say that's an A minus. Ooh, even better. So after that, I had to fight the hardest plane boss that, the hardest plane boss ever in this challenge, and I don't know. I decided to fight Phantom Express, and little did I know that after some of the attempts, I decided I've had enough, and eventually it just got to me, and, well, it happened. I was on the brink of giving up, but I refused. If I spent this much time into this challenge, then why give up now if that's just wasting your time? I'm gonna finish this challenge, and I'll do it legitimately. I won't cheat. I won't use infinite HP. I'm doing it all by myself. I'm gonna put on infinite HP to practice, and then when I've learned all the attacks, all outcomes, and every way to dodge, I'll be back stronger, ready to fight the Phantom Express. I'll win! I'll beat the dice! I'll beat the devil! I'll beat the challenge! Okay, guys, I was just playing around in uh the boss, but I got to a attempt where I'm about to win. And you can see I'm not doing this infinite HP. And see, I beat it. I did it. I beat it. See? I'm on 1 HP. So you can't say that like, oh, you must have had God mode, or oh, you must have had like HP support or something. But you can see that I did not cheat because I was on 1 HP. And with God mode and like infinite like HP, there's no you can't fake it. You would have like full HP. And also, there was no cuts. And look, infinite H, not infinite HP. And real quick, I just want to say, when I was doing Werner Werman, I tried beating him, but King Dice was in the background instead of Devil, because, like, I didn't know what I was doing, but then I accidentally killed King Dice, and, this happened. By the way, guys, I think I found something very funny. I think there might be consequences to our act. Okay, guys, we'll do it, but I don't know if this will be possible. I really don't believe in us, chat. Oh, it just starts us off. You just start out on King Dice's final phase? Okay. Don't question why I'm getting, like, so many times. It was just unexpected. It's fine though, he's most likely dead. Okay, I can't tell if King Dice and the Devil are like... I can't tell if I'm actually doing damage to King Dice. Okay, guys, it's time for final destination. Okay. Man, that was the quickest King Dice fight I've seen, guys. 31. Okay, chat. We've gotten so far. There's no turning back now. We are going to beat this game, no matter what. I'm going to do it now, depending on how hard the devil is. I have no clue. But again, I do know one thing, and that is that spread is really good for them. I've learned that over my cuphead years. Okay. So I'm gonna stop showing loadouts, because you literally just saw the loadout, so I'm not doing the loadout thing with the music in the background. All I need to know is this, I'm pretty sure I ended up using, crack shot spread at a point, and I'm pretty sure that's the win attempt. But, the main reason why this fight is hard, it's not even hard. There are fights that we've done that are harder than the devil. The only thing that makes the devil hard is that they do different attacks. You just have to pray to RNGesus. They do the same attacks. You get the same seed with the devil. But that's really unlikely, so we just have to pray to RNGesus. I'll have like a time lapse of me fighting the devil, I guess, until the winning attempt. Yeah, that sounds fun. Sure. Okay, guys, I realized that the time lapse was getting way too long, and also, for whatever reason, when I fast forward the final clip, it would always skip the part where I won. So, here you go. Yes! Yes! Finally! This challenge is over! I hated that so much! Yes! Finally! This stupid bull shark is over. I hated this challenge the whole way through. Oh my god. That's one of the last times I'll have to do something like this. Unless you guys like and subscribe to DLC, where instead of devil, it's just salted. So like and subscribe. I hope you have a good night. Well, evening! Real quick, if you were wondering why, the Ron music was playing, it was because for whatever reason when I got to Devil's second phase, the audio cut out. So I just put on the OST, which is still really good music. And this challenge took me a while, so it would help me a lot if you subscribed. I want to get to 100 by the end of this year, and subscribing would mean a lot to me. Even just one subscribe or one like or one comment. I don't care, just please, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad.